the two of us, we bring a huge amount of experience within the healthcare system, albeit not Sunil. What you have just heard is Sunil runs probably one of the largest hospitals in India today. So he brings a lot of that experience, and the experience that the Burman family brings is healthcare experience in terms of things other than residential healthcare. We have, like we said before, healthcare at home. Dabur has been in the healthcare space for the last 135 years. So it's not that we don't have any experience in this area.
You know, you also said, sir, that you have a very well laid out vision in the days to come. And while I understand that you'll not be sharing the strategy with us, but, you know, what can you say to the shareholders? You know, how is it that the things that have been happening so far, what kind of value addition that, you know, you guys are looking to put in now?
So I can tell you broadly. One is to immediately look at how governance can improve, how systems and processes in this place can get tighter, and then look at where are the current growth potential. And there is plenty, by the way, from whatever we have seen from the outside. We believe there's plenty of possibilities for improvement and for growth, and we would like to focus them. We have, as Anand said, we have a plan which is phased out on the immediate needs, which as we get in, over a 3-month period and for a 1-year period. So each of these plans is already in place. We are now looking at what should happen beyond that. But I think that's something we would like to do once we are a little bit have better understanding from the inside.
Mr. Burman, let me ask you on the fact that so far the minority shareholders were quite vocal about, you know, how they want the entire process. How will you now ensure that the next meeting that takes place, where all shareholders will be looking at the kind of offer that has been made via this bid, how will you ensure that the minority shareholders are also on board with respect to this?
First of all, we are also minority shareholders. Okay?
The other minority shareholders. I mean.
So, you know, we feel that whatever is good for the shareholders, first of all, we have to be completely transparent about the entire process. And so far, what has happened in the entire process has been very nice and transparent after the expert committee came in and
Right.
the additional board members were inducted. So, on that basis, what the board has recommended now should carry weight with all minority shareholders.
Do you also expect any changes at a later stage with respect to the management, with respect to, because you've asked for 3 seats on the board, will we see probably a change in the management at a later stage?
It doesn't look like it right now.
Okay. Let me also ask you, Mr. Munjal, on you know, the fact that there was a lot of talk about the strategic stake sale in SRL Diagnostics. When you made this bid, what is the kind of response that you've seen from other people? Have you had a talk with investors? What is it that they're looking for? And when, in terms of the timeline, can we see that, you know, that the strategic stake sale happening?
So SRL, as you know, is the largest diagnostic system in the country. And of late, there has been great interest in diagnostics in India. There have been a few chains which have built out across the country. And they've attracted investors' interest. They've attracted investor interest both from inside India and from overseas. So at this moment, we don't think, if the decision is to actually sell this asset, we don't think that would be a challenge at all. But that's a decision we would like to make finally once we are a little bit more involved and a little bit more informed.
Spoke about corporate governance. There are a lot of issues that are currently going on. How will you ensure, A, that, you know, those corporate governance issues are aptly looked at, and what will you do to ensure that such kind of issues and problems do not arise in the future? And that's my last question.
So one of the things that both of us bring, both as experiences of organizations which have run successfully for a long time, is organizations of high repute, good quality management, and a very high quality of governance. So we would like to introduce some of the practices that we have ourselves followed and seen in our systems, and also try and bring best in class of what is required for this very entity itself.